And welcome back to Who Would Win. This one comes to us from Blue Mike, who asked the question, who won in a fight, Rocky or Mike Tyson? So, obviously, Creed 2 is coming out, and honestly, believe it or not, this wasn't planned. It was just, I was going down a list of people, and the next person who would ask for some suggestions or give me suggestions had just so happened to suggest a Rocky-themed one, so I'm like, oh, sweet, this works out perfectly. It's interesting because now we're actually putting up, and I think I may have done this once or twice, but we're putting a fictional character against the actual figure. So, Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson stands at about 5'9". I believe it's 5'9" or 5'10". 5'10". His entire fight career is 58 total fights with 50 of those wins. 44 of those by KO, and only 6 losses, and then 2 no contests. He was considered to have one of the hardest, was it right or left hooks? He reigned as the undisputed heavyweight world champion for 20 years old, 4 months. I can't remember how long he reigned for it, but actually, does it give me his actual... He's only 52 too. That's interesting. How long was his title? How long did he hold the title for? Undisputed champion. He held it for a good while. I know that. Let's see here. Unfortunately, in 92, he's convicted of rape charges, and that just got bad. Molden, yeah. He had one of the hardest right hooks. I'm pretty sure it was his right hook. One of the hardest right hooks. And again, 44 of his fights were knockouts. Like, wins by KO. So, you can take that to the bank. This man had and still probably has a hook that will lay you out. Also, he was famous for fighting a little dirty with whole ear biting. He had a 71-inch reach, which means he had an over near 6 foot reach. And he's not even 6 feet tall, so figure that out. It should be known that he was a bigger guy. He's not bigger in terms of weight overall, but he was a stockier dude. But he had some speed on him as well. Now, he did lose 6 fights in his entire career. Which fights did he actually lose? Hold on 1 second. Legacy. Was it Tyson versus Holyfield? 1 or 2? The former retired. They retired in 94. And lost his championship to Michael Moore. Said that King. Defeated by Tyson out TKO. Soon, so let's see who has beaten Tyson. Was once again an opportunity to fight for a heavyweight championship. I think they lose to Lennox Lewis. Is that who he lost to? 2 years prior to about. Let's see here now. Lewis dominated the fight and knocked out Tyson. Yeah, okay. Lennox Lewis was one of the people who beat Tyson. So Tyson was not unbeatable by any stretch of the means. Tyson. Also, for what it was worth, if I remember correctly, Tyson certainly could dish it out. And he could take it like an average boxer, no doubt. But he couldn't... he wasn't the same kind of... what's the best way to put it? It's not like he could go the distance like Rocky was able to, or Rocky Marciano was able to do, or Muhammad Ali was able to. Because those guys had different styles of fight. Mike Tyson was very much an aggressive, I'm going to knock your ass out kind of guy. His defense lacked a bit. Rocky Balboa, obviously in fiction, Rocky Balboa was heavyweight champion for a while, actually. How long did he, in the movies, hold his belt for? That is a good question. How long did he hold the belt for? Let's see here. Alright, now where's it say? He's got boom. I guess it doesn't really say exactly. I'm trying to avoid because I'm gonna probably either see Creed 2. If Mark's not joining me for a movie tonight, I'm seeing Creed 2. If he's joining me, I'm going to see Wreck-It Ralph 2. Unless he wants to see Creed 2, then we'll see that. But it's got his biography and history here from movie to movie, including Creed 2, and I'm not going to look at that to avoid spoilers. But yeah, he used a southpaw diet, which means, one second. There we go. He will often switch stances to fight with his right hand. He's a hybrid fighter, and I'm reading this verbatim, possessing the qualities of an inside fighter, brawler, and swarmer. With the exception of his rematch against Clubber Lang, where he fights as an outside fighter, he advances quickly upon his opponent, driving them into the ropes and descending upon him with devastating body attacks. He's well known for wearing his opponents down over the course of a bout. Balboa's iron jaw allows him to take brutal punishments throughout his fight. That is one thing I will say right off the bat in this fight that may be a deciding factor. Rocky has endurance where Mike Tyson does not. Mike Tyson isn't a glass jaw or wasn't a glass jaw or anything, or isn't. But comparatively, he's never gone like a 15-round bout. Rocky's gone 15 rounds multiple times. If its trait is this trait that inspires fans worldwide, sending a message that nothing is out of reach if one believes it. Balboa, as stated by Jim LaPelle during the fight against Mason Dixon, is renowned for his cast iron jaw, ferocious body attacks, and a will of steel. All these traits carry into his victories over the years against physically superior foes. Opponent Rocky has an uncanny ability to sense weakness in his opponent, seizing every opportunity to capitalize on moments shifts in the fight. No matter how exhausted and battered, Balboa pushes his offensive edge. And this first title fight with Apollo Creed, announcer Stu Nathan referred to Rocky as a bull in a china shop after witnessing the offensive onslaught. He retired as a two-time world heavyweight champion and with a pro record. So he was a two-time heavyweight champion, basically. Fight scenes in the last movie, Rocky and Balboa, are considered to be the most realistic in film history, with many boxing experts consider Stallone in-ring performance to be his best ever. And I'm just scrolling up real fast to avoid that. So yeah, Rocky. The one thing we know for certain about Rocky that the X Factor doesn't exist for Mike Tyson that we know of, is his personality and is his ironclad will to keep going. We don't know about that in Mike Tyson. I mean, Mike Tyson did lose. Now, in terms of comparing their records, again, Mike Tyson had 58 total fights with 50 wins. Balboa had 57 total fights, but 81 total fights with 57 total wins. So from a percentage standpoint alone, Tyson's got the better percentage of wins. Balboa also has far more losses, but he has one draw. Wait, what draw was that? Oh, wait, that's right. He drawed with Mason the Lion Dixon in technically one of those versions. He has one draw, but should note, in those wins, Rocky has won more of his fights by KO than Mike Tyson has. So he's definitely that's just the more physically a dominant attacker between the two, surprisingly. He's also the one who actually has a better defense and can take a punch stronger than Mike can. But Mike still is a beast in the ring. So how does this match? It's not even a fight. It's a boxing match. If these two boxed each other, what would happen? So they would, ding in the bell of the ring. So Rocky would immediately, square him up. And I think Tyson definitely would probably be the advancing fighter. He probably starts making the punches, Rocky, woo, woo, woo. Rocky tries to push back. I imagine it would be similar to the beginning fight of the Clubber Lang fight, the first Clubber Lang fight, not the second, where Rocky just comes out and just goes boom, 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 straight in the face, straight to the dome constantly, just boom, 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 just constantly doing that. I don't think that's going to be the case here. Though Rocky can do that. Rocky is trained like that. By the way, obviously we're using a Rocky in his prime and a Tyson in his prime, not old Rocky and old Tyson, because if that were the case, I'd still probably give it I'd give it to Rocky, probably. Actually, I'd take that back. I'd give it to Tyson. Because if you've seen Tyson throw jabs, like particularly he was in one of the Ip Mans, we've seen him, move and he still knows how to move and jab. He still knows how to do that. He still keeps in shape. So I'd actually give it, let's say, right off the bat, if we're going with their characters as they are now, Rocky's pretty crippled. Rocky's pretty old and out of shape. Well, not out of shape, but he's pretty retired and out of the boxing game. Even if we're going to Rocky Balboa, the movie Rocky, I'd still actually probably take Tyson, because Tyson actually throws the punches harder. Throws the punches harder, per se, and moves faster. That'd be the real thing. He moves faster. Anyway, So in the actual fight with them in their prime, fight's going down, they're throwing jabs. Then Rocky tries to push in, and he's able to start going to the working the body. Tyson grapples him, it gets in there. He keeps Rocky, pushes him back, and then just swings, boom, lands a solid shot to Rocky's face. Rocky goes fine, just boom, 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 and then he knocks Rocky down. Rocky gets back up, and then first round goes. So that will probably repeat a couple times. Rocky's gonna get some good hits in. Tyson's going to get some solid strikes in. Rocky may not go down every round, but he's going to go down in a couple rounds. I think he might put Tyson on the ground once, but Tyson gets back up. So for the first, I want to say 5 rounds. It's going to be pretty back and forth. But here's really the ultimate answer I have for this, is that to the best of my knowledge, and you know what? I'm going to look this up as I'm looking this up. Did Mike Tyson... Did Mike Tyson died? What? If you're gonna... What the hell? Did Mike Tyson die? That's one of the first things to come up. That's not even the correct grammar. It's did Mike Tyson die? Or did he... Jesus. Did Mike Tyson ever go... ever go 15 rounds? Let's see here. WGJ 12 rounds at Sir Korean Duke boxer Mike Terrell. After that all fights title fights were 12 rounds. All right, it was last heavyweight title fight was around between So they go fit. So I think Tyson maybe why am I only has one 15 round scheduled fight. So, yeah, I think there was one time, but they apparently changed it to 12 rounds after a certain time. So, regulations. I don't keep up with boxing. I like boxing. I don't watch it usually, but I like boxing. I like boxing movies anyway. Like Rocky. So, yes, it seems Tyson has gone those rounds, but he's usually been the dominating force and usually doesn't have someone to really challenge him or push him back. And the times that he has, he's usually lost. And again, I might not be speaking from true, knowledge. I'm speaking from perspective of what I've read about the man. But here's the thing. Rocky, again, when he takes the hit, he knows he can get back up. Rocky has more durability, endurance than Tyson does. Truth be told, Tyson, pretty much physically speaking, is Clubber Lang. That is basically it. He is Clubber Lang. He's a bit stockier, and I think he's a little taller, but he's Clubber Lang. That's it. And Rocky beat Clubber Lang. He beat Clubber Lang pretty whole-handedly. Rocky's also a hybrid fighter, so he knows how to mix it up. Whereas, Tyson pretty much only had 1 or 2 different kind of styles to him. So ultimately, the fight will probably go, if the fight does go down all the way to like 10 or 12 rounds, whatever, Rocky will ultimately win because he's just ultimately going to outlast Tyson. That's just it. Tyson's going to be completely tired out, and that's basically where it's going to be Rocky who gets the knockout blow eventually. We're basically, I love that shot, like that scene too, where Lang's just throwing. That's basically how it might look too. Is like Tyson's throwing those jabs, like Lang just, and then Rocky's just dodging, do. Love it, and just boom, and just puts Tyson down eventually. So Rocky, I think, would win. Rocky has shown that he can just take it on opponents like Tyson before and just come out on top. So ultimately, yeah, it would be Rocky who wins. Now, is this a Rocky who's in his prime, like, say, at the beginning of Rocky 3, where he's lost that fire in him? Then I'll admit, I might give it to Tyson. But if we're talking about both these guys in their prime with both their actual convictions and stuff playing a factor, no, I'm going Rocky all the way on that one. So given that circumstance, I'll go 80-20. 80% of the time Rocky's going to win. 20% of the time I give it to Mike Tyson. I can't believe I forgot to do the Mike Tyson voice. I just can't believe that I'm that insincere about my performance on this video of who would win with Tyson and Rocky Balboa, and I did not do it with the Tyson voice. My Tyson voice is very good. I sound a bit more like Cartman. Screw you guys! I'm gonna fight Rocky Balboa. That's what, I'm the bit. My rhymes are empirical. I eat your children. Anyway, so yeah, Rocky, I go 80%. But I think, yeah, Tyson could win, just like anyone could. You throw me in the ring with a professional MMA fighter. Statistically speaking, I could win, but statistically speaking, it's a near impossibility that I'll win. So yeah. And that's not to say it's a near impossibility Mike would win either. It's just saying that vast majority is going to Rocky in this fight. But what do you think ultimately? Do you think Rocky would win more times? Do you think Tyson would win more times? Do you think it's closer or farther than I made it? Put in the comments below, let me know. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Why did I do this with my voice? I don't know. And there will be a review either for Creed 2 or Wreck-It Ralph 2. Looking forward to I'm seeing them both this week, definitely. Because I loved both the first films. Creed 2, original Creed, I loved original Creed. And Wreck-It Ralph 2, I still need to pick that up for DVD, honestly. And Moana and Coco. There's a bunch of anime films I love that I need to pick up. I'm trying to think. Did I have anything else I wanted to say? Yeah, I mean, What Ifs will be out throughout the rest of the week. Oh, wait a minute. This is who would win. That review's probably already up for whatever one I saw. I just realized what video I'm doing. Because I'm pre-recording this Tuesday. I completely forgot this is coming up Wednesday. So that review's already up. So tomorrow there will be a review for either Creed 2 or Wreck-It Ralph 2. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Good night, everyone. Have a